One thing that I don't think a lot of people talk about that differentiates the people who are able to stay focused on reaching their goals and reaching their potential, becoming who they want to be, versus the people who are not, is actually your ability to stay organized and stay gritty over a long period of time. Now in this video, I want to share what these days my personal ritual is for staying crazy organized so that I can reach my goals and make that progress every single year. Hey, it's Alex Hine, author of the Habits book, Master the Day. So I've included a free download below this video. The first link is for a free journaling worksheet that will help you design and plan out your dream life and put it together with that exercise. Now you'll also get a weekly email on how to use journaling to improve your life. So in typical Alex fashion, I'm gonna walk you through the 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. Now the very first step is I keep a massive whiteboard in my kitchen that's 5 feet wide, and it has at the end on the far right where I want to be, and it just says WIG, wildly important goals. So I want to walk you through what those WIGs are and what they really mean, besides the big picture of this is the ultimate potential of the endpoint goal that I want to reach. So we check out the WIGs, right? My current major goals: fully rested with high energy, rest, meaningful relationships through salsa, boxing, and coffee meetings, and making my life revolve around my dharma, which is a certain number of patients I want to help and a certain income I want to have. The top, the 3 intentions for the year: sabbatical, fun, and connection. So that's my at-a-glance focus. So the number one thing is I have the yearly intention, sabbatical, fun, connection, because I should just be able to glance at that and it'll immediately remind me of the emotional connection I'm trying to have to the year. Sabbatical's rest. Fun is elevated emotional state. And connection is more time with people, helping my patients, and eventually dating and so on and making friends. Now, the WIG obviously is just about what's the goal. Now, the second thing that I do is on the left side, right, because you're gonna map out like the breadcrumbs. On the other side, you're gonna put what are the 3 best guess habits or rituals you need to do to reach each of those goals. So let me walk you through on my whiteboard now what those are and really essentially what they mean. So let's come over here to the side and we can look at, I've put down one thing for each, my best guess, big picture that would help me reach that goal. So for being fully rested, for a while it was Chinese formulas. Now I'm off and I'm gonna stop. My best guess for making meaningful relationships was come up with a list of this number of people through tribes and events that I can potentially meet as friends. For building my life around my dharma and helping my patients, map out the vision and figure out what do I want to do for my clinical practice, etc. So start with the best guesses for each of these. Okay, so the WIGs are on one side. The best guess, number one thing I should focus on is on the other side. You have the yearly intentions in 3 words or less. And then finally, the third step is you map out the breadcrumbs in between reaching those 2 things. So I start with effectively, what are the habits that are probably going to help me reach this goal? And then what are habits or tests I need to do that may or may not work? And I just need to try them all out over the next 100 days, see what gets the performance and see what gets the results I want, and then see what doesn't get the results I want. And then I can X them out or remove the post-it and replace it with something else. So I want to walk you through those examples right now with my 3 main WIGs, my 3 main goals. So now you may have the WIG, your best guess, the intention for the year, but now how do we map out the flow? Like what would it take to reach that goal? So for my goal of being fully rested and high energy, the number one thing is I'm focusing on my digestion because that's been a lifelong problem for me, and that's proven to be the most effective for energy. So 2 meals a day. My work is done by 4, only 5 hours of work. Take it easy, go for long walks, eat proper meals, and 85% of my day should be in flow. Now, what about meaningful relationships? Find my tribes, find other events, reach out to 5 people a week, and then go to events, go to dinners, etc. Now, in regard to making my life revolve around my dharma and my patients, map out my vision of my clinical practice as well as the online vision. Who do I have to hire? How many patients can I afford to see? And then how can I be a master of my craft, the best that there is? So this is the way I'm conceptualizing the big goal, my best guess, and then habits or experiments I need to try in order to really make that a reality. So that is the way I structure out my wild goals each year. So honestly, this is such an easy way to conceptualize and visualize, make your goals look tangible, right? So I can just glance from my desk, look at that, and I'm reminded instantly, what do I have to do? What are my goals? How do I want to feel? What's the end point? What have I tried that's worked and hasn't worked? And it's been a game changer for me. I mean, it's so easy to stay focused when you have that near you all the time. Now, if you're someone who loves being organized, you love systematically trying to achieve your goals and acquire new skills, one of the best services that can also help you do that is Skillshare, a service that I've used many times in the past. Check out all of the online learning communities and programs that Skillshare has, with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people on topics like illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing, and more. So take, for example, this course called DIY Filming that I went through. It really helped me, number one, figure out how to really storyboard my video in a much more strategic way versus just being a teacher, as well as how to properly prep a short but sweet kind of highlight reel, as well as edit it, put it together, and really polish it to be a much, much better presented piece of content. So Skillshare has classes to fit your schedule and your skill level. Members get unlimited access to thousands of these different kinds of classes with hands-on projects and feedback from a community of millions of people. Now, the classes are usually under an hour and they have short lessons to help you fit any schedule. But I would definitely go ahead and check out some of the topics that you might like. Like, for example, there are courses on journaling and design. There are courses on the fundamentals of DIY photography or even cinematography and low-budget filmmaking. You can even learn how to make your creative side gig your full-time job. And for a lot of these online ways to learn, for less than $10 a month, you can have access to all of these in an unlimited amount. So check out the first link in the description, because the first 1,000 people to use the link in my bio will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium. Now again, you guys, that special deal for Skillshare and Modern Health Monk readers, you could check out the first link right below this video. There's a special package for the number of people that I've mentioned. So go ahead and check out Skillshare. I still use it all the time and I love them. And besides that, if you want to stay in touch, I have 2 related self-growth videos right here.